All right, CIS 245 Cyber Defense students. All right, this is Mr. Knight. I'm going to create a video for you guys today on some assignments that are coming up due. I'm going to do it on this assignment here that you see that's listed related to this due date here. So, Module 2, Live Virtual Machine Lab 2.1, Alienvault Monitoring, SIEM, and Netflow. Okay, so click this link here. You can get to it that way. You can also get to it under modules. It'll fire up and eventually get you to Cengage. Right, so hold on, this is from another class. It'll open up Cengage for you to this right here where you can start this up. To accept these terms in order to move forward. Alright, so welcome to Live Virtual Machine Labs. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to get started. Oh, no, that's the instruction. We don't need that. We are going to we're just going to continue here. If you need to watch that video, I recommend you do, but we're just moving forward here. So this is our virtual platform here. We've got an introduction. All right, let's kind of go through this step at a time. All right, so this is the introduction. This is the Alienvault Monitoring SIEM and Netflow module. Provides you with instructions and devices to develop your hands-on skills in the following topics. So you got these listed here: the Alienvault exploration configuration, Netflow monitoring, traffic capture with Alienvault, Nmap versus Alienvault, and Alienvault security. It's take you about an hour to do this, so it'll probably take me a little longer on here since I'm explaining it along the way. So this video will be more than an hour, most likely. We'll see. Here's our objectives from the certification exam. The certification exam we're talking about here is CISA Plus. That's what the curriculum for this course is based on. We're going to test our knowledge of the topics covered by completing the lab assessment. There are no screen assessments in this module. However, review questions can be found in the review page. Here's a diagram of our labs. This is how our topology of these boxes that you see here. So this module will be working with the following equipment to carry out the steps defined. So we've got this PLAB DC 01, PLAB DM 01, PLAB Win 801, Win 10, and then PLAB KLA. So these are all starting up, or we can start them up as needed. Alright, so looking good. So we can actually click next here and move on to the next step and get started. Alright, clicking here to go next. So exercise 1, Alienvault exploration and configuration. Alienvault is a network monitoring system which uses SIEM, the open source security information management, as a backbone, of which it's able to assist with intrusion detection and prevention operations. It comprises of a number of tools which work in unison to protect the alert administrator of events happening across either network or on devices where an agent has been deployed and configured to perform specific tasks and report back. In this exercise, you will learn the following: how to activate the Alienvault system, dashboard update, and SIEM events. So task 1, activate the Alienvault system. First, we are going to start the Alienvault service so that it begins to monitor the deployed agents. However, this sits inside hypervisor, so we must activate it first. So connect to PLAB Win 10 and connect and click on the Hyper-V icon. So PLAB Win 10 is here. we need to power it on. Got plab DCOB showing, plab DCO1 showing. Once plab Win10 powers up, we'll switch views. Hey, there we go. So we can click to there. Once it starts up, we're going to click on the Hyper-V icon in the taskbar. Some of the labs here, the reason they take time is you got to wait on these things to do what they're doing. All right, so we've got this going. We need to, it's doing all its things. All right, so we've got plab B started, and we're going to click on Hyper-V icon in the taskbar. This will bring open two devices, so we're going to click here. So here's our two devices here. Right click on the Alienvault device and click Start. Alright, it says it's running here using, this percentage of storage. It's got memory. It's been running just a few seconds because we just started it. Alright. Now, virtual devices. So we needed to, it actually got done pretty quick. So now we're going to connect to step 2, plab M01, which is this one here. I'm going to power it on. Still waiting it out here. If you're on the video with me, then alright, so we got there. We're going to click on it. Alright, to access the Alienvault server web interface. Alright, so this is like we're going to be getting to that virtual system we just started on plab Win10. We're going to be getting to it from this other PC here. So we're going to go to a browser. Internet Explorer will work. I'm going to minimize the dashboard for the server. Start Internet Explorer here. What happened there? That was why? Oh, here we go. Alright, so we're going to go to 192.168.0.10 per the instructions. It says we'll see the following screen. We're going to continue recommended to this web. Not recommended because this is a certificate problem here, which would be difficult for them to maintain. So I understand why this is doing this. Just want you to understand it as well. One day you'll probably be the administrator of systems, and you'll have to consider this. Okay, we got in. All right, so here we are. This is the web login to the system that we started up over on PlabWin 10. We need to enter credentials, so it's got admin and password. You know, that's learning purposes, that's fine. You would not want to use generic login like this at other times. I think that goes without saying, but I'm saying it anyway, right? Look at that, we're in. Nice. All right, so on the next screen as presented above, which is a security alert typically found within the Internet Explorer, click the yes button to continue Alienvault. Unless maybe I already did that. I don't see where we got a problem here. We are then presented the dashboard for the system, which is currently displayed in overview, so we see everything. Okay. The dashboard will contain information which is relevant to the system and can be configured to display details which are interesting to the security team. Here we will learn to configure some information and have it updated as events take place. So let's first configure the dashboard. Click on deployment status. I'm not seeing deployment status. Where's it at? When first viewed, you will see it's blank. So where is... Oh, there we go. Under dashboards, we're going to click on deployment status. We'll see it's blank, so we're going to scroll down the screen on the Add Locations tab, which is inside the grayed out box. Add location. This will open up this screen. All right, so we'll click Add Location. Maps aren't available on this one, so that's no worries because this is a VM box. We will need to complete this area to provide details to the dashboard. So now we will so the name is Practice Labs. Description, it'd be nice if we could copy this here. Looks like we can. Nope. Oh, there we go. No? Yeah, let's see. Dang. Alright, so I guess I'll type it. This is not... Excuse me guys, I got a distraction here.
working through it so I can get back to the lab. I need to click in here. What am I doing wrong here? Alright, so I was trying to get past this here, this unknown, undetermined location popped up here. So because of that, I'm not able to put in latitude, longitude, but it says the lab will work fine without it. So if you have that problem, this alert here gets you past that. So just keep moving. We want to add the sensor, which I've done. And when you get the sensor added, click Save. Alright, so got past that. I had to type undetermined location back in that configuration box. So got us to this point now. So we're going to step 3. We're going to click in the sensor field, which is oh, we did that. Okay. Did we do that? We got up to... Yeah, we saved the sensor. It's automatically generating information in the dashboard. I'm not seeing anything yet here. So automatically generate information in the dashboard with the green circles providing some information about the IDS, passive inventory scanning, and Netflow monitoring. So it says once we get that added, we should see those things. I'm not seeing that. Let's see what okay, there we go. Oh, there we go. We had to add the sensor and then save. Alright, so now that we got the sensor saved, now we've got some data here to work with. Alright, so we're moving on here. Step 4, now as in the above image, click the Practice Labs icon to roll out 3 networks. These should be familiar to your classes. Okay. So, all right, so here we are, guys, on step 4. Now, as in the image above, on the Practice Labs icon, we're going to click on it. So, image above, Practice Labs icon. Okay. So, we've got these different sensors that are out there now. We can now have some positive steps, and we can see network details. So step 4, we clicked on those. Click on the first network. That's this one here. You see this information. Here we can see the same information, but for that network, it will roll out the same information. So task 3, we got SIEM events. Events are constantly happening, security information, and event management. This is an area to monitor once suspicious activities have been discovered, as it will present data on what's happening. So step 1, let's click on the dashboard overview. All right, so here we are. We see that we've got different data that we can look at now. We are brought back to the executive menu, but we will click on the security tab in the middle row. Security tab in the middle row, that's here. Here we can see events which have happened recently to the Alienvault server, as there is a sensor sitting on the server giving and updating information into the dashboard. Hovering the mouse over security events top 5, about the population of events taking place, security events top 5. Oh, okay. So we can hover over each one and we can see the information that these graphs represent. For example, in the above image, we see 170 counts of pseudo sessions opening for the Alienvault device. A high number of counts is something to be concerned about if you are not aware of the reasons for this. So, all right, now click on the same column and we are brought to the SIEM screen. So we're going to click on, it was the pseudo sessions opening. Alright, so we're brought to this screen here. We are presented with a number of filters which can be used for tracking specific events. However, we only have one device actively current. However, Alienvault has placed its own filter term in each clear device. Notice in the clear filters box we have a filter term placed in pseudo sessions.
we have this pseudo sessions filter here. We can see exactly what event happened, the date, time, which sensor was allocated to, monitoring the event, and the source IP. In this case, we know the IP is being accessed locally, which is a safe low-risk scenario, as in theory only those with permission should have access to this server. So now we're going to scroll up and clear the filters by clicking the Clear Filters button, which is here. This will clear out any current requirements and show all the events for the server. Get them all listed here. Let's investigate a little further by clicking on the Show Trend Graph button, which is currently turned off. Show Trend Graph button. I'm not seeing that. Oh, here we go. Turn it on. So then it will see this trend graph here. This presents a small graph showing all the activity happening in general for the asset server. Now scroll up as we wish to view the events in real time. So click on real time. So we're going to scroll up. I'm going to click on real time. I'm going to see things as they're coming in. Here we are presented with the events happening, which update itself about every 15 seconds. Events take place very often, so if we press the pause button, we can stop and view things of interest. Press pause button and hover the mouse. So we're going to press pause, and we're going to hover the mouse over an event of interest to see a readout. So you see the readout that pops up when you go over an area of interest. Okay. Here we can see this event is considered a very low risk, value of 0. It's not a problem. Of course, if the IP was different, it might be more concerning. There's no screenshot for this exercise, so we're going to move on to 3. Task 3. Netflow monitoring. Alright, so as a feature used on routers to collect IP network traffic as it moves from device to device, it will report on the ports, IP, and protocols being used. It will give general information about packet quantities as well as moving through ports as well. I don't know about the wording on that. This aids in understanding of how much activity is happening across the network, and if there are places which are bottlenecks or have large quantities of data movement which need to be considered more closely. In this exercise, we're going to learn the following. Netflow monitoring. Alright, so Alienvault has quite a few options to be considerate of. We need to check the configuration and to make any adjustments. So we're going to hover the mouse over the environment icon and click on Netflow. So we now have this screen up. Here we are presented with captured information happening and being transmitted to the Alienvault device. We are able to view a lot of activity, but only in stages, usually of about an hour. Therefore, this can be a problem. If we suspect something is happening in real time, we are presented with graphs, TCP, UDP, ICMP, and other flows of traffic moving to this device. Now, we would like to view specific statistics for times on which we have events occurred. First, change the time select field to single time slot. Single time slot, alright. The screen will refresh itself temporarily. Then move the scroll bar to a point in time that takes your interest.
Note, be sure to have it over the traffic areas which are marked out in blue, otherwise traffic will not be correctly listed. So I did that. I got it over the blue area here. Now scroll down the page a little more and you will see the statistics for that moment in time. So we see them right here. If I was to move this just a hair, our statistics would change a little bit. Okay. Here we can traffic that was flowing at the time of slot 1805, and we see flows of packets. You can see information for TCP, UDP, ICMP, and other information listed, other, which would be for all types of protocols. So moving down the screen on step 3 here, you will filter for this area. You have selected this, the source has already been selected, so we can move to the options tabs and press the process button, which is going to show the list flows for the last 20 flows. Here's a lot of information produced and information specific. Notice there is an exact date, time, duration. Okay. We may well prefer to read such data in a more graphical format by clicking on the Netflow menu bar for either overview or graph. We can see the same data. All right, moving on to 4. Traffic capture with Alienvault. So exercise 3 is to traffic capture. Alienvault has the ability to catch traffic on the fly for a duration of time and save that information as a PCAP to be viewed with a PCAP reader. Traffic PCAP would be the same type of traffic you can do with like a Wireshark. Traffic capture assists with intercepting data packets and using them for network troubleshooting problems. In this exercise, you'll learn the following. So we're going to capture it, then we're going to Wireshark the PCAP. So traffic capture has a number of parameters to be set: timeout, cap size, row filter, sensor, and destination ports. Once the capture has been completed, it will be saved for options to download or view in local PCAP reader. Next, hover over the mouse over the environment button. Choose traffic capture. We'll see that. We saw it there. Netflow is very useful for statistics, but doesn't give a real sense of what is happening. Therefore, Alienvault provides us with the ability to catch traffic on the fly. First, let's set the capture options. So the timeout is 180 seconds. Cap size default is okay, which I guess that's where it is. And then the raw filter we're going to leave blank. The source and destination can be left blank at the moment. Your screen should look like the image above. It does. So when ready, we're going to click Launch Capture, which is here. We're waiting a few seconds as suggested. Alright, then it's going to come up.
with this message here, this error screen might appear. Press retry button to activate it again. So we're going to do this. It might happen a few times, okay? All right, we're capturing. A successful capture should look like the above screen, which is a good sign and shows the capture is taking place across the sensor. Wait for it to complete, and then we will download the capture and view the contents. Again, this screen can be interrupted by the Windows Internet Explorer interface. Please retry. So we're just waiting right now. Wait for it to complete, then we will download the capture. So we're just waiting it out right now. Still waiting, just in case you're wondering what's happening. Notice the status indicator on the screen here. As you probably know, we're using an actual virtual machine to do this lab, so this is actually really happening. This is not a simulation of it happening. This is really happening on a virtual machine out in the world somewhere. So pretty cool that you have the access to these types of tools. Alright, when it says, it told us if we get this, we're going to retry. Alright, this thing was supposed to, once you finish, you're supposed to click on the green chip icon, which I guess is supposed to be this. And download it, but I'm not
seeing a download actually happen. So I'm thinking that so we do have a couple of captures here. There we go. Trying to get to the point where we can oh, there we go. So it opened the PCAP file. We can see the stuff that was captured here, so that's pretty good. Wireshark will automatically open it. So this is, seems like this is opened within. Let me see here. Oh, there was Wireshark right there. I'm moving faster than this thing can, so I want to download. Alright, we don't want that. I'm not seeing a way to get the file like they're suggesting, so I don't know what's up here. We can view the payload here, which is good. Ah, there we go. There's some downloads. Yep, I want to save this file. I'm going to open it with PCAP. There we go. That's what we needed to do. So now we got this open. Now we can view information more clearly about what information is taking place on the network. Let's quickly understand who the main IPs were. So we're going to click on statistics, then conversations. Alright, so we see the main conversations here taking place. Those of you who know your networking know that we're looking at MAC addresses here. So we're seeing layer 2 traffic here. And then here we can see our IPv4 traffic, no IPv6 traffic, all TCP, and then UDP traffic. So it's cool that you can kind of see it that way. You'll see conversations from top to bottom, conversations from the drop-down menu. Statistics, explore all the columns and term, but then move to TCP column, as this is usually the most populated by traffic. True, there's the traffic. Clicking through this, we can see the main access has been from 192.168.0.2. Yes, we see that here in the address A column. Again, it's perfectly okay, as that is the IP of PLAB M01. That's this one right here. This is the device we're using to communicate with Alienvault, and that's why it's seen as the heaviest in terms of traffic. No screenshot. Alright, so we're step 5 here. We're going to this exercise for Nmap versus Alienvault. Nmap is used to perform a range of scanning tasks, including to work out the topology of a network environment. It scans ports looking at the result of whether they are listening or closed, traffic type, and they respond to and can perform handshake exchanges with the ports to initiate a connection. It then feeds back the information in a report to the user to see, for example, what type of operating system is being used in the network. So in this exercise, you'll learn the following. We're going to activate Nmap, traffic capture with Nmap, reviewing Nmap results, and then a SharkVault packet viewer. Alright, so Nmap will now be used. So I'm going to, we're going to go to the PLAB Cali 01, power it up. Waiting it out here. Oh, looks like it's up already. I'm going to click on it. Sure you have powered on all devices listed in the introduction and connect to PLAB Cali 01. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and power on PLAB. PLAB Cali 01 is the one we're on. You'll be prompted for a password. So our password is W0RD, okay. Oh, no. We got a root and then our password. Alright, so we're logged in. This is our box. PLAB Cali 01, alright. So, step 2, we're going to click on the root terminal icon. Get this screen up here. Nmap. Press enter, it starts up our Nmap. Now we must focus Nmap on the Alienvault device, but also on the whole network, that we are more results. So we're going to do into the console Nmap, and we'll do 192.168.0.10. Oh, I misspelled it. So it's starting an Nmap. Should be a quick one. Alright, so it ran that for us. Now we're going to type this here. So I'll type it since it doesn't seem to be copying. So let's see. Minus T4 space minus capital A 192.168.0.10/24. This command is very aggressive and very obtrusive. The A simply tells Nmap to perform OS checking and version checking. Minus T4 is for the speed template. These templates are what tells Nmap how quickly to perform the scan. The speed template ranges from 0 for slow and stealthy to 5 for fast and obvious. You will see the first scan above and then the second scan below. It takes a while to complete and will give us a little time to get on to task 2. So don't hesitate to move on. Alright, so we're going to move on. Traffic capture for Nmap. We will now use the traffic monitor to catch traffic from the Nmap scans and to view the content. So while Nmap is port scanning, switch back to the Alienvault device and to the traffic capture menu. So that was on this one. Yep. I'm going to close Wireshark. Close this scan there. Alright, we're here. Press the launch capture. As before, you might need to refresh the display. Alright, that got us to not quite finished with that one, but got you started pretty good. Sorry, I just ended that accidentally. Didn't mean to do that, but get this posted for you guys so you can work it up to that point. Look for another video in the coming days. Thanks.